In the chaos of our daily lives, it's easy to end each day feeling defeated. You worked hard, but feel like you accomplished nothing. You tried your best, but feel like you're not progressing. You survived the day, but feel anxious about tomorrow. You collapse into bed exhausted, scroll mindlessly, then fall asleep with your mind racing, and you wonder why you're not achieving the success you want. Most men waste their evenings. They end their days unconsciously. They let the day just fade away without reflection, without closure, without preparation. They go to sleep scattered, anxious and unprepared. Then they wake up the same way. It's a cycle of mediocrity that guarantees struggle and limits success. But here's what the ancient Stoics discovered. How you end your day determines how you begin the next. The evening is not just recovery time. It's preparation time, it's reflection time, it's the most critical period for ensuring tomorrow's success. Picture this. Despite how chaotic your day was, you end it with complete clarity. You've processed everything that happened. You've learned from your mistakes. You've prepared for tomorrow. You go to sleep with a calm mind and wake up ready to dominate. Your evenings aren't wasted. They're weaponized for success. This isn't just a fantasy. It's exactly what Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca practiced over 2,000 years ago. Every evening, they followed specific rituals that set them up for success. Today, we're diving into the Stoic night routine that guarantees success. Not promises success, not helping with success, guarantees it. Because when you properly close each day and prepare for the next, success becomes inevitable. Whether you're struggling to make progress, feeling overwhelmed by lack of direction, or simply want to maximize every day's potential, this routine offers a proven system that transforms your evenings from wasted time into your most powerful tool for success. Stay with me as we journey through these 7 essential evening practices. From the moment your workday ends to the moment you fall asleep, each element is designed to process your day, prepare for tomorrow, and ensure you're moving towards success with clarity and purpose. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete evening routine that transforms not just your nights, but your entire trajectory towards success. If you appreciate what we're doing here at Iron Stoic Code, a simple free favor I'll ask from you is to hit the subscribe button and don't skip any part of the video. Let's discover the Stoic night routine that guarantees success. Practice 1. Create a hard stop to your workday. The first practice in the Stoic night routine is establishing a hard stop to your workday, not when you're exhausted, not when you've finally finished everything, not when you feel like it. A specific, predetermined time when work ends and evening begins. Most men never stop working. Not physically, maybe, but mentally. They carry work stress into their evening. They think about problems. They check emails. They worry about tomorrow. Their workday bleeds into their evening, poisoning both. The Stoics understood something crucial. You need clear boundaries between work and recovery, between doing and reflecting, between action and preparation. Without these boundaries, you never truly finish anything. You're always in a state of scattered, anxious half-engagement. Marcus Aurelius, despite running an empire, had clear boundaries. When the work period ended, it ended. He transitioned deliberately into reflection and preparation. He didn't let the day's chaos continue indefinitely. Here's why this matters. Your mind needs closure. When you don't properly end your workday, your brain keeps running work scenarios. This prevents recovery, this prevents reflection, this prevents quality preparation for tomorrow. You're stuck in yesterday instead of preparing for tomorrow. Also, without a hard stop, you'll work inefficiently, you'll stretch tasks to fill available time, you'll lack urgency, you'll waste time because you know you can always keep working. But when you have a hard stop, you work with focused urgency. You prioritize ruthlessly. You get more done in less time because you have a deadline. Here's what this looks like practically. The man without boundaries works until he's exhausted or until tasks are done, checks emails sporadically all evening, thinks about work problems constantly, never truly recovers. Starting tomorrow, I'm exhausted and scattered. The Stoic man sets a specific end time, say 6 p.m. At 6 p.m., work stops, computer off, phone on, does not disturb work apps. My mind deliberately transitioned, truly recovers. Starting tomorrow fresh and focused. The hard stop creates several benefits. First, it forces you to prioritize during the workday. You can't do everything, so you focus on what matters most. Second, it creates real recovery time. Your mind needs rest to consolidate learning and prepare for tomorrow. Third, it establishes work-life balance. You have time for relationships, health, reflection, preparation. Fourth, it makes you more effective tomorrow. You're starting fresh, rather than carrying yesterday's exhaustion into today. Seneca wrote about the importance of proper rest and boundaries. He observed that the man who never stops working is less effective than the man who works intensely and then recovers completely. Here's how to implement this. Choose your hard stop time. Based on your schedule and commitments, when should work end? Be realistic but firm. Create a shutdown ritual. Don't just stop working abruptly. Have a 5-minute ritual that signals the transition. Review what you accomplished today. List tomorrow's top 3 priorities. Close all work apps and put devices away. Communicate your boundaries. Let colleagues and clients know when you're available and when you're not. Respect your own boundaries. This is crucial. When you hit your stop time, stop. No just one more email. No, I'll just finish this quickly. Stop means stop. If you violate your own boundary, it becomes meaningless. Here's your practice. For the next week, implement a hard stop at a specific time each day. Create your shutdown ritual, then honor it absolutely. Notice what happens. Notice how you work more efficiently during the day when you know you have a deadline. Notice how much more recovered you feel in the evening when work truly ends. Notice how much clearer your thinking becomes when you're not carrying work stress all evening. This hard stop is the foundation of the Stoic night routine. Without it, everything else is compromised because you never truly transition from work mode to evening mode. Master this first practice, and everything else becomes possible. Practice 2. Exercise to release the day's tension. The second practice is evening exercise. Not optional, not when you feel like it, a non-negotiable daily practice of physical movement that releases tension and prepares your body for rest. Most men skip evening exercise. They're too tired, they don't have time, they'd rather relax. So they go from sitting at work to sitting at home. Their bodies stay tense, their stress stays trapped, their energy remains scattered. The Stoics understood that physical and mental health are inseparable. Marcus Aurelius exercised daily, Seneca walked extensively. They knew that physical movement processes mental tension. Here's what happens when you don't move in the evening. The stress and tension from your day stay trapped in your body. Your muscles remain tight. Your nervous system stays activated. Your mind stays agitated. You can't properly relax. You can't get quality sleep. You wake up still carrying yesterday's tension. But when you move your body intensely in the evening, everything shifts. The physical exertion releases trapped tension. It processes stress hormones. It signals to your body that the day's challenges are over. You've escaped the tiger. Now you can rest. The movement also creates a clear transition from work mode to evening mode, from doing to being, from tension to relaxation. Here's what this looks like. The sedentary man goes from desk to couch. The body stays tense, my mind stays anxious, struggles to relax, sleeps poorly, wakes up tight and tired. The Stoic man, hard workout or long walk after work, releases tension through movement, body and mind relax naturally afterward, sleep deeply, wakes up and recovers. The type of movement matters less than the consistency and intensity. Could be a hard workout at the gym, strength training or cardio that actually challenges you, a long, brisk walk, 30 to 45 minutes at a pace that elevates your heart rate, a run, distance or intensity that requires real effort, martial arts training, physical and mental engagement that processes stress, yoga or intense stretching, movement that releases muscular tension. The key is that it must be challenging enough to actually process stress. A casual stroll might be pleasant, but it won't release deep tension. You need intensity. Epictetus taught that the body and mind must both be trained. Evening training serves multiple purposes. It processes the day, it prepares for tomorrow, it builds capability over time. Here are the specific benefits. Stress release. Physical exertion processes cortisol and adrenaline from the day's challenges. Mental clarity. Movement clears mental fog and racing thoughts. Better sleep. Physical tiredness from exercise produces deeper, more restorative sleep. Consistency. Evening exercise is easier to protect than morning exercise for most people. Energy for tomorrow. Quality sleep from evening exercise means more energy tomorrow. Long-term health. Daily movement is non-negotiable for sustained success. You can't succeed long-term if your health fails. Seneca wrote about walking extensively in the evening. He found it processed his day's thoughts and prepared him for reflection and sleep. Marcus Aurelius maintained physical training throughout his life, even as emperor. He understood that physical discipline supports mental discipline. Here's your practice. Schedule evening exercise immediately after your hard work stops. This creates a perfect transition. Work ends, you change clothes, you train. This physical break between work and evening is powerful. Make it non-negotiable. You might miss a morning workout, but evening training is easier to protect because your day's obligations are mostly complete. Start with 30 minutes. If you're not currently exercising, start with 30 minutes of brisk walking or moderate training. Build from there, push yourself. The exercise should be challenging enough that you feel you've done something. Not so intense you're destroyed, but intense enough that you've released tension. Notice the benefits. After 1 week of consistent evening exercise, notice how much better you feel in the evening. How much easier it is to relax. How much better you sleep. How much more recovered you feel in the morning. This practice is non-negotiable for guaranteed success. Why? Because success requires sustained effort over time. Sustained effort requires physical and mental health. Evening exercise is one of the most powerful tools for maintaining both. Practice 3, the evening review. Learn from today. The third practice is the cornerstone of the Stoic night routine, the evening review. This is Seneca's practice. Every evening, without fail, he examined his entire day, not to judge himself harshly, not to dwell on failures, but to learn, to extract lessons, to improve continuously. Most men never examine their days. They just move from one day to the next unconsciously. Same patterns, same mistakes, same reactions, no growth, no improvement, no learning. The Stoics knew that growth requires reflection. You cannot improve what you don't examine. You cannot learn from what you don't review. The evening review transforms every day into a learning laboratory. Here's what Seneca wrote about his practice. I take advantage of this privilege and daily plead my case before myself. When the light has been removed and my wife has fallen silent, I examine my entire day and go back over what I've done and said, hiding nothing from myself, passing nothing by. This is the practice. Honest, thorough examination of your day. Here's why this guarantees success. The unexamined life produces random results. You repeat the same mistakes because you never identify them. You miss opportunities because you don't notice patterns. You stay the same year after year. But the examined life produces systematic improvement. You identify mistakes immediately and correct them. You recognize patterns and leverage them. You improve daily, which compounds into extraordinary growth over time. Think about it mathematically. If you improve just 1% per day through this practice, in 1 year, you're 37 times better. Not 365% better, 37 times better, because improvement compounds. But most men never improve because they never examine. They're the same at 40% as they were at 20, just older. The Stoic man improves daily through examination. He's constantly evolving, constantly growing, constantly becoming more capable. Here's how to practice the evening review. Set aside 10 to 15 minutes. This is sacred time, uninterrupted, no phone, no distractions, just you and honest reflection. Ask specific questions. What went well today? What am I proud of? What did I do well? Start with the positive. Acknowledge your wins. Where did I fall short? Where did I not live up to my principles? Where did I react poorly? Be honest but not harsh. What triggered my negative reactions? When did I get angry, anxious, defensive, or reactive? What triggered it? Identifying triggers is crucial for improvement. What patterns am I noticing? Do I always react the same way to certain situations? Are there recurring challenges? What did I learn today? From successes and failures, what insights did I gain? How will I apply this tomorrow? Based on today's lessons, what will I do differently tomorrow? Write these answers down. Writing creates clarity and commitment. It makes the abstract concrete. Marcus Aurelius's meditations is largely his evening review practice. He's examining his day, reminding himself of principles, planning improvements. Epictetus taught his students to examine themselves daily. He knew this practice was essential for growth. Here's what this looks like in practice. The unexamined man repeats the same mistakes daily, gets angry at the same triggers every time, never notices patterns, stays stuck in the same loops, doesn't grow. The Stoic man identifies a mistake in his evening review. Plan a different response for next time. When the same situation arises, he responds better because he's learned. Gradually eliminates recurring problems through this cycle of identification and improvement. Over time, this practice produces several profound benefits. Self-knowledge. You understand yourself deeply. Your triggers, your patterns, your strengths, your weaknesses. Rapid improvement. You're correcting courses daily rather than repeating mistakes for years. Accountability. Knowing you'll review your day makes you more conscious during the day. Pattern recognition. You spot recurring issues and address them systematically. Wisdom accumulation. Every day's lessons compound into deep wisdom over time. Here's your practice. Tonight, conduct your first evening review. Set aside 15 minutes. Go through the questions above. Write down your answers. Do this every night for a week. Then every night for a month. Then every night for life. After 30 days of consistent evening review, you'll notice something remarkable. You're not making the same mistakes repeatedly. You're responding to triggers more effectively. You're growing visibly week to week. This single practice, done consistently, guarantees improvement. And consistent improvement over time guarantees success. This is why the evening review is non-negotiable in the Stoic night routine. Practice 4. Plan tomorrow in detail. The fourth practice is detailed planning for tomorrow. Not vague intentions, not hopes. Specific, concrete plans for exactly what you'll do and when you'll do it. Most men wake up with no plan. They react to whatever comes. They're pulled in every direction. They end the day having been busy but not productive, having worked but not advanced. The Stoics planned each day deliberately. Marcus Aurelius would plan his next day each evening. He knew exactly what he would do, what challenges he might face, and how he would respond. Here's why planning the night before guarantees success. Planning in the evening is more effective than planning in the morning. In the evening, you have perspective on today. You can see what worked and what didn't. You can plan tomorrow based on today's lessons. In the morning, you're still waking up. Your mind isn't fully engaged. Planning takes longer and is less effective. Also, planning the night before creates clarity for sleep. Your subconscious works on tomorrow's challenges while you sleep. You wake up with solutions and insights you didn't have the night before. This is a real phenomenon. Your sleeping brain processes and prepares. But when you go to sleep without a plan, your brain has nothing to work with. You wake up still figuring out what to do. Finally, planning eliminates decision fatigue tomorrow. Every decision requires mental energy. When you wake up with your day already planned, you conserve that energy for execution. You don't waste willpower deciding what to do. You just do what you planned. Here's what this looks like. The unprepared man wakes up, figures out what to do, gets distracted, reacts to urgencies, ends day feeling busy but unproductive, has to muster willpower for every decision. The Stoic man wakes up with a clear plan, executes immediately, stays focused because the day is designed, ends day having accomplished priorities, conserves willpower because decisions were made the night before. Seneca wrote about the importance of planning. He said that life is long if you know how to use it. Planning is how you use it effectively rather than wasting it. Here's how to plan tomorrow tonight. Review your goals. What are you working toward? What matters most? This ensures your daily plan aligns with your bigger picture. Identify your top 3 priorities. What 3 things, if accomplished tomorrow, would make the day a success? Be specific and realistic. Schedule them. Don't just list them. Assign specific time blocks. 8:10 a.m., priority 1, 10:11:30 a.m., priority 2. Anticipate obstacles. What could go wrong tomorrow? What challenges might arise? How will you respond? This is premeditatio malorum applied to tomorrow. Plan your recovery. When will you exercise? When will you eat? When will you rest? These aren't optional if they're scheduled. Prepare physically, lay out clothes, prepare breakfast components. Pack your bag. Remove friction from tomorrow's execution. Review the plan. Go through tomorrow mentally. Visualize executing successfully. This mental rehearsal primes you for success. Marcus Aurelius practiced this every evening. He would mentally rehearse the next day. Imagine challenges, plan responses. This preparation made him remarkably effective. Epictetus taught that we should be prepared for the day ahead. Not surprised by challenges, not reactive, prepared. Here's what detailed planning looks like. Vague. Tomorrow I'll work on the project. Specific. Tomorrow, 8:10 a.m., I'll complete the first draft of Section 3. If I get stuck, I'll skip to Section 4 and return to 3 later. Vague. Tomorrow, I'll exercise. Specific. Tomorrow, 6 p.m., immediately after work, I'll do 45 minutes of strength training, squats, bench, rows, overhead press. Vague. Tomorrow, I'll be productive. Specific. Tomorrow, priority 1. Finish client proposal by 11% a.m., priority 2. Have difficult conversation with team member at 2 p.m., priority 3. Review monthly metrics and plan next week by 4 p.m. See the difference? Specific plans get executed. Vague intentions get forgotten. Here's your practice. Tonight, plan tomorrow in detail. Use the steps above. Write it down. Put it where you'll see it first thing tomorrow. Then tomorrow, execute your plan. Notice how much more focused and productive you are when you're following a clear plan rather than figuring it out as you go. Do this every evening. Plan tomorrow, execute tomorrow, review tomorrow evening, plan the next day. This cycle guarantees continuous progress because you're being intentional about every day rather than hoping for productivity. Over weeks and months, this compounds into extraordinary results. While others are drifting, you're advancing deliberately. While others are reacting, you're executing. This is how the Stoic night routine guarantees success. Practice 5. Disconnect from digital stimulation. The fifth practice is complete digital disconnection at least 1 hour before sleep. No phone, no computer, no TV, no screens. Complete disconnection from digital stimulation. Most men scroll until they fall asleep, checking social media, watching videos, consuming content, overstimulating their brains right up until they try to sleep. Then they wonder why they can't fall asleep, why their sleep quality is poor, why do they wake up tired. The Stoics didn't have digital technology, but they understood the principle. The mind needs time to wind down, to transition from active engagement to rest. Without this transition, quality sleep is impossible. Here's what happens when you use screens until bedtime. Blue light suppresses melatonin, your sleep hormone. Your brain stays activated and alert when it should be calming. The content you consume triggers emotions and thoughts that prevent rest. Your mind stays engaged with stimulating input when it needs to disengage. You're essentially keeping your brain in work mode right until you try to sleep. This destroys sleep quality. Even if you fall asleep, your sleep is lighter and less restorative. You wake up less recovered. You need more sleep to feel rested. Over time, this compounds into chronic fatigue and decreased performance. Marcus Aurelius had evening rituals that involved reading philosophy and reflection, not stimulation. He prepared his mind for rest deliberately. Seneca wrote about the importance of proper evening preparation for quality sleep. He knew that sleep quality determines next day effectiveness. Here's the contrast. The digitally connected man scrolls until bedtime. The brain stays stimulated, struggles to fall asleep. Sleep quality is poor, wakes up tired despite sleeping. I need coffee to function. The Stoic man disconnects 60+ minutes before sleep. Let my mind wind down naturally, falling asleep easily. Sleep quality is high, wakes up refreshed. The day starts energized. The difference in daily energy and performance is enormous. Quality sleep is non-negotiable for sustained success, and quality sleep requires proper evening preparation. Here's what to do instead of screens. Read physical books, philosophy, biography, literature. Reading paper books is calming and educational. Have real conversations with family or roommates. Actual human connection without screens, mediating, reflect and journal. Write about your day. Process your thoughts on paper. Practice gratitude. List what you're grateful for. This shifts your mind to positive before sleep. Do light stretching or meditation. Gentle physical practice that calms the nervous system. Prepare for tomorrow. Lay out clothes. Prepare tomorrow's breakfast. Pack your bag. Engage in hobbies. Draw. Play music. Do something creative and analog. All of these activities allow your mind to wind down naturally while still being engaging. They don't artificially stimulate like screens do. Epictetus taught that we should guard our minds carefully. Evening screen time is essentially filling your mind with garbage right before sleep. The Stoic guards against this. Here's your practice. Tonight, set a digital cutoff time. 1 hour before your target bedtime, all screens off, phone on airplane mode or in another room, computer shut down, TV off. Do this every night this week. Fill the hour with the alternatives listed above. Notice what happens. Notice how much easier it is to fall asleep. Notice how much better your sleep quality is. Notice how much more recovered you feel in the morning. After 1 week, you'll never want to go back to scrolling until bedtime, because the difference in sleep quality and morning energy is so dramatic. This practice is essential for guaranteed success. Why? Because success requires energy. Energy requires quality sleep. Quality sleep requires proper evening preparation. No screens before bed is non-negotiable. Also, think about what you're doing to your mind. You're feeding it random content, other people's opinions, artificial stimulation, right before sleep. Your subconscious processes whatever you fed it last. Do you want your subconscious working on Twitter arguments and TikTok videos? Or on your goals, your learning, your improvements? The Stoic chooses carefully what enters his mind, especially in the evening. Guard your evening, guard your mind, guard your sleep. Your success depends on it. Practice 6. Practice gratitude and negative visualization. The 6th practice combines 2 Stoic techniques, gratitude and negative visualization. This evening practice transforms your mental state and prepares you for quality sleep. Most men go to sleep thinking about what they lack, what went wrong today, what they're worried about tomorrow, what they wish was different. This creates a mental state of scarcity, anxiety, and dissatisfaction. They fall asleep in a negative state. This affects sleep quality and how they wake up. The Stoics practiced something radically different. Each evening they practiced both gratitude for what they have and negative visualization about losing it. This combination creates profound appreciation and mental peace. Here's how it works. Gratitude alone can feel shallow. You list things you're grateful for but don't feel it deeply. Negative visualization alone can feel pessimistic. You imagine loss, but it just creates anxiety. But combine them, you imagine losing what you have, which makes you genuinely grateful for it while you still have it. This creates deep, authentic appreciation. Marcus Aurelius practiced this nightly. He would reflect on his blessings, then contemplate their temporary nature. This made him genuinely grateful rather than taking things for granted. Seneca taught this explicitly. Imagine losing what you have, he said, so you appreciate it more deeply while you have it. Here's the practice. Spend 5 to 10 minutes before bed on this reflection. Identify your blessings, the people in your life, your health and abilities, your opportunities and resources. Don't rush this. Really consider what you have. Practice negative visualization. For each blessing, imagine losing it. Your relationship, imagine never seeing that person again. How would that feel? Would you have said something different today if you'd known it was the last time? Your health, imagine losing your physical abilities. Being unable to move, see, hear as you can now. How precious is your current capability? Your opportunity, imagine tomorrow everything was taken away. Your job, your resources, your options. How valuable is what you currently have? Feel genuine gratitude. After imagining loss, return to reality. You still have these blessings right now, today. Feel genuine, deep appreciation. End with appreciation. Go to sleep in a state of gratitude rather than wanting. The benefits of this practice are profound. Better sleep, you're going to sleep in a positive mental state rather than anxious or dissatisfied. More peace. Gratitude creates contentment. Negative visualization creates acceptance. Together they create deep peace. Better relationships. When you regularly contemplate losing people, you treat them better today. Less taking for granted. When you remember everything is temporary, you appreciate what you have. More present. Instead of always wanting more, you're present with what is. Perspective on problems. When you've contemplated real loss, daily problems seem smaller. Epictetus taught that we should regularly contemplate that everything external is temporary. Not to become depressed, but to appreciate reality while we have it. Here's what this looks like practically. The ungrateful man, he goes to sleep thinking about what he doesn't have, what he wishes was different, what he's anxious about. Sleep quality suffers, wakes up dissatisfied. The Stoic man goes to sleep after contemplating his blessings and their temporary nature. Deep appreciation for what he has, peace with reality. Sleep quality improves, wakes up grateful. Seneca wrote, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." This practice creates that state, appreciation for now. Here's your practice. Tonight, before bed, practice this combined gratitude and negative visualization. Identify 3 specific blessings. For each one, imagine losing it. Feel what that loss would be like. Then return to reality and feel genuine gratitude that you still have it. Do this every night this week. Notice how it changes your evening mental state. Notice how you sleep. Notice how you treat the people and opportunities in your life the next day. This practice doesn't just improve your evenings. It improves your entire life because you're training yourself to appreciate what you have rather than constantly wanting more. And appreciation is the foundation of contentment. Contentment is the foundation of peace. Peace is the foundation of effectiveness. This is how the Stoic night routine guarantees success. Not just by making you more productive, but by making you more content and peaceful. Success without peace is empty. This practice ensures both. Practice 7. Prepare your environment and sleep deliberately. The 7th and final practice is environmental preparation and deliberate sleep. Not just collapsing when exhausted. Deliberately preparing your space and yourself for quality rest. Most men treat sleep as whatever happens when they're too tired to stay awake. They don't prepare, they don't optimize, they just fall asleep whenever, wherever, however. Then they wonder why their sleep quality is poor and their recovery inadequate. The Stoics understood that sleep is not passive, it's an active recovery. And like any important activity, it requires preparation. Marcus Aurelius had evening rituals that prepared his mind and environment for sleep. He didn't just pass out. He deliberately transitioned into rest. Here's why environmental preparation matters. Your environment dramatically affects sleep quality. Temperature, light, sound, comfort all impact how well you sleep. Most men ignore this and accept whatever sleep they get. The Stoic optimizes his environment for maximum recovery. Why? Because quality sleep is essential for success. You cannot perform at your best without proper recovery. Here's what environmental preparation includes. Temperature, cool room, around 65 to 68 degF is optimal for sleep. Your body needs to cool down to enter deep sleep. Darkness, complete darkness. Blackout curtains or eye mask. Even small amounts of light disrupt sleep quality. Silence or white noise. Either eliminate noise or use consistent white noise to mask disruptive sounds. Comfort, quality mattress and pillows. Clean bedding. Physical comfort matters for quality sleep. Cleanliness, organized, clean room. A cluttered environment creates mental clutter that prevents deep rest. Air quality, fresh air. Proper ventilation. Stuffy rooms decrease sleep quality. These aren't luxuries, these are requirements for quality recovery. The Stoic optimizes his recovery because he understands its importance for tomorrow's performance. Seneca wrote about the importance of proper rest. Not just quantity of sleep, but quality. Quality requires preparation. Here's the sleep preparation ritual. Set consistent bedtime, same time every night. Your body's circadian rhythm responds to consistency. Prepare the room, adjust temperature, ensure darkness, eliminate distractions, create an optimal environment, personal hygiene, shower or wash, brush teeth. Physical preparation signals to your body that sleep is coming. Lay out tomorrow, clothes laid out, bag packed, breakfast components ready. This reduces tomorrow morning's friction and allows you to sleep knowing you're prepared. Final review, quick mental review of your plan for tomorrow. Assure yourself you're prepared. This prevents anxious thinking about what you might forget. Relaxation technique, deep breathing, progressive muscle relaxation, or body scan meditation. Actively calm your nervous system. Deliberate sleep. Don't just wait to fall asleep. Actively relax into sleep. This is a skill you can develop. The contrast is stark. The unprepared man falls asleep whenever. Room not optimized. My mind is still racing. No preparation ritual. Sleep quality is poor. Wakes up unrested. The Stoic man. Consistent bedtime. Environment optimized. My mind prepared. Clear sleep ritual. Sleep quality is excellent. Wakes up fully recovered. Epictetus taught that we should be deliberate about everything, including rest. Rest is not laziness, it's essential preparation for work. Here's what deliberate sleep looks like. You complete your evening review and tomorrow's planning. You disconnect from screens. You practice gratitude and negative visualization. You prepare your environment. You complete your sleep preparation ritual. You lie down at your consistent bedtime. You practice relaxation techniques. You fall asleep naturally and quickly. You sleep deeply and restoratively. You wake before your alarm, fully recovered and ready. This is what proper evening preparation produces. Deep, restorative sleep that fully prepares you for tomorrow. Here's your practice. Tonight, implement the full environmental preparation and sleep ritual. Optimize your room. Complete the preparation steps. Go to bed at a consistent time. Notice the difference in sleep quality. Do this every night this week. By the end of the week, you'll notice you're falling asleep more easily, sleeping more deeply, and waking more refreshed. This is not accidental. This is the result of proper preparation. And proper preparation is what the Stoic night routine is all about, preparing for tomorrow's success through tonight's practices. As we conclude this journey through the Stoic night routine, understand this: success is not random, it's not luck. It's the inevitable result of consistent, effective practices. This night routine guarantees success because it ensures you're learning from every day, preparing for every tomorrow, and recovering completely every night. Create a hard stop to your workday so you can truly transition and recover. Exercise to release tension and prepare your body for quality rest. Conduct your evening review to learn from today and improve continuously. Plan tomorrow in detail so you wake up with clarity and purpose. Disconnect from digital stimulation so your mind can properly wind down. Practice gratitude and negative visualization to appreciate what you have and sleep peacefully. Prepare your environment and sleep deliberately so you wake fully recovered. These 7 practices take 90 to 120 minutes total, less than 2 hours of your evening. But these 2 hours determine your next day's success. They determine your trajectory. They determine whether you're drifting or advancing deliberately. The Stoics understood that success is built in the margins, in the practices others skip, in the disciplines others ignore, in the consistency others can't maintain. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire and still maintained his evening practices. Seneca advised emperors and still conducted his nightly review. Epictetus taught influential students and still prepared deliberately for each day. They succeeded not despite these practices, they succeeded because of these practices. Now you have the same routine, the same practices, the same tools. The question is, will you use them? Will you treat your evenings as preparation time rather than waste time? Will you be deliberate about how you end each day and prepare for the next? If yes, success is not just possible, it's guaranteed. Because you're improving every day through your evening review, because you're prepared every day through your nightly planning, because you're recovered every day through your quality sleep. This compounds over time into extraordinary results. Starting tonight, implement the full routine. Do it tomorrow night, and the next night, and every night after. Within 30 days, you'll see dramatic changes. Better sleep, more energy, clear direction, consistent improvement, accelerating progress. Within a year, you'll be unrecognizable. The growth from daily review, daily planning, and daily optimization compounds into transformation. This is why the Stoic night routine guarantees success, not through magic, through systematic, consistent practices that ensure you're getting better every day and prepared for every day. Thank you for being a part of Iron's Stoic Code. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit that subscribe button and check out one of the suggested videos on the screen. Stay strong, stay grounded, and continue your path to guaranteed success through the Stoic night routine. Your evenings are too valuable to waste. Starting tonight, weaponize them for success.